back in August of 2021. I hit a wall. I didn't know what direction my life was going in. I felt a bit stuck, distracted, and honestly kind of empty. I was consuming absolutely everything from, videos about opinions and arguments and all the social media trends and creating literally nothing. And I realized how much that imbalance was messing with me and my mental health. So I gave myself a little bit of a challenge to create more than I consume. And not for views, not for likes, but just for me. So I pretty much entirely stepped away from social media and just started making little videos on my own. And when I picked up a camera again, this was the same thing that I loved to do as a kid. Something just clicked. I remember how good it felt to just create and make something that I enjoyed, whether it's short, fun videos about my hobbies, little experiments that I was doing with my health at the time, or moments that just meant something to me, or spending time with people and friends. And that piece that came from entirely stepping away from social media for a while was very unexpected. But yeah, there's just no constant takes, no endless opinions, no emotional reactions to things that I disagree with or people disagreeing about things. There was just allowed me to have some space for myself to think, to breathe, and to really just figure out who I was without all that noise. So since then, life has changed a lot. I've moved cities, changed jobs a couple times, and starting to build new habits again. But recently, I fell back into that rat race kind of mindset and running on a wheel, not really going anywhere. And I caught it early enough to know that I need to create again. So this channel is my way back. A place I can look back, years time and feel proud of what I've built and what I've created. I want it to be a place where I can document my interests, my physical pursuits, and experiments in health and lifestyle without trying to be that, self-help guru or any kind of educational content. I'm not here to preach or tell anyone how to live. I'm not trying to change your mind. I'm not handing out life hacks in any way. I'm just showing what I do and why I'm doing it, and I hope that it resonates with some people, and if it doesn't, then that's fine. It's still things that I want to make myself. So I want this to be real, genuine, human, because I'm just a normal guy, and this is just something that I like doing. So when I was a teenager, I loved making montage videos of the things I was obsessed with. If you look back on my channel, you can see lots of slam ball and parkour and other kind of flips and stuff like that. As an adult, those moments or ideas and time for that stuff doesn't happen as often, but that curiosity and desire to create videos has never left. So right now, more interested in doing kind of experiments. You can call it biohacking, but to me it's just curiosity of seeing what our bodies can do and what changes and how I feel or changes in how I feel, and what happens if you just try something new. And eventually I want to do some skill development stuff that I think are really interesting. I do also love writing some short introspective pieces. That's more of like an Instagram type content, but I have done that into some YouTube short stuff as well. Just want anything that pops into my head that I think is interesting or needs to be expressed in some way. I like to have that be a little bit produced. Creating kind of scratches an itch for me. It's like kind of like a puzzle, and gives you a lot of freedom. So you're trying to have this thought that you're trying to express clearly within a constraint. And yeah, I really like puzzles, and it really just suits my brain really well. It might sound a bit hypocritical to start a YouTube channel that's kind of encouraging people to consume less, but I'm not here to try to add to the noise. I just want to contribute something intentional. For me, creation over consumption means being deliberate in what you let influence you, as everything we see influences us in some way. So I'm just kind of trying to take control of that ratio to create more than I take, and to give back to the world that feels authentic to me. And I often think, who would we be if we weren't constantly bombarded by the noise and other people's opinions? If we could just figure ourselves out on our own without the noise. So that's kind of what I'm trying to chase, is getting as close to that version of me without being influenced by others in a negative way, at least. And if anything I do share encourages others to reflect a bit more or try something new or improve their health, I'm really excited that people would be doing that because of my work. But if not, that's okay too. I'm still doing what I think is important to me to make sure I keep my happiness levels high and I'm doing something that I'm going to be proud of. So over the next year, I hope to build a good rhythm with this channel, have a handful of series that I love making, and a small community of people who resonate with the idea of being intentional and who want to follow along, try the same things that I'm trying, and just want to share what they're learning like I'm doing now. I'm not trying to be famous. I just want this to be fun and feel like I'm giving back to the world in some way, in a way that I actually want to give back to. And I want to be able to look back on my time of this challenge or this YouTube channel and be proud of what I've done. I do have some big goals and some tiny random ideas that I really want to try, and I think that sharing them and filming them is the way I want to do that. So yeah, I'm just trying to follow my curiosity, document the process, and keep growing. So this channel represents a transition for me, maybe even a rebirth, a shift from being stuck to choosing intention again, and from consuming life to creating it. And so if any of this resonates with you, welcome, subscribe, follow along. Happy you're here, and let's see what we can create together.